7:15 a.m. 6/7/2020. I've been awake since 11 seed. Are we still on 11? Are we still on 11? We did Aaron on 11. We couldn't even understand that was Maynard on 11. The drink that Sean gave us on 11 tasted like poison on 11. Lava Dolphin and Snurtle are sparring. Which I think is fine, because Snurtle's a doofus and Lava Dolphin's really intelligent. And Piff is vicious. And Piff can't get to either one of them. So, like, Piff can get all riled up, and I can give Piff some affection and some treats, but, like, Piff is a special needs guinea pig. Piff needs to be around other guinea pigs, but, like, you can't put another guinea pig with Piff. Piff will not stand for it. And I don't even know how to tell you, like, I don't even know which one of them will die. I don't know if it'll be Piff or the other guinea pig. I know that Piff can fight when Piff wants to fight. I know that Piff may be tiny runt, and the guinea pig will be like, you don't get to eat any of the food, and Piff will just be like, I don't get to eat any of the food. And like you don't get to drink any of the water, and Piff will be like, I don't get to drink any of the water. But at some point, Piff will be just like a streak of lightning through that setup, and he will jump so high, you will begin to wonder if what you think you know about guinea pigs is actually the truth about guinea pigs. Because you think you know about guinea pigs because they're easy, because they're docile, because they're like, no, guinea pigs are just like cats. Like, every guinea pig is a different person. Every guinea pig is a different person. And Piff, Piff can move. If Piff gets away from you, you might never see Piff again. Now, Snurtle, not so much. Snurtle, I took outside, and in my folly, like, I cannot rear these guinea pigs the way I reared my guinea pigs. And like, I'm trying my best, and like, Snurtle's a very good guinea pig for someone who doesn't know how to raise guinea pigs, because he's dumb. But like, Snurtle, like, Snurtle, like, when Snurtle has to pee, Snurtle gets so antsy that he's like, I have to get away, I have to find a corner to pee in. Like, a guinea pig needs privacy to go to the bathroom. Like, a guinea pig needs to find a toilet, and they need to pee every 15 minutes. And, like, I didn't put a time, I didn't do it right. I didn't put a timer on, and I didn't read it right, and I was just enjoying laying in the grass, you know. And so like outside grass time was like fine until like Snurtle was like, I gotta go. and Snurdle just like scampered away, and he just ran under the nearest bush, and like, I mean, it was like Snurdle, like, Lexi, do you remember when you were like, that thing in the bush is a guinea pig? That thing in the bush is a guinea pig. Do you remember, like, when you took home that guinea pig and you were like, this is a fully formed guinea pig? Like, I don't even think you realized, like, what a guinea pig was. Like people don't really have, like, good ideas, like cute little small things, you know, like, but, like, I don't think people really, like, even understand, like what a guinea pig is, and I don't think you did, and you are just, like, you are so precious that you found a guinea pig. Like, I mean, sweetie, you didn't find a guinea pig. A guinea pig found you. A guinea pig found you because it needed safety and it needed love. And that's what you are. You are safety and you are love. And everyone who wants safety and love is going to feel that from you. And everyone is going to present, like, they will reciprocate that for you. But at some point, everyone is going to fall away because you are the safety and love. You are the safety and love there. It's not them. Like, you are the sun and they are the moon. And so I don't even remember like how much we were talking when you found the guinea pig. Like, I could have been really helpful then, but like I just felt like you didn't want to know me, and you were like, it was the Tracy thing all over again. It's like Tracy just wanted to fucking like never even remember that she ever knew me. And like, but also was like, wow, like Tracy was like, I don't want to like be like the arms that she cried into. I don't want to be like the person who pulled her off of the ledge, who talked her down from suicide, who convinced her not to just self-destruct. I don't want to be the person who just kept Mindy here so that Mindy could just suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer more and then die and kill herself. I don't want to be the person who just kept Mindy here so she could suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer and kill herself. Like, that was all. Tracy knew. That was all it was with me. And I don't know if Tracy knew, but that was all it was with Troy too. Like, Troy and I had the same fucking agenda. Like, when Troy and I met each other, it was like, I see you, 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 I see you. But, you know, like you, unless you are a boy, you are not safe with a boy. And if you are genetically anomalous to the entire gene pool in which you have anatomy, you were born with anatomy that is not your anatomy, and the world doesn't understand it, like your job isn't to, like, oh God. Oh my God. Just like every transgender, like, I'm telling you right now, every single transgender, you let them die. 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 Like, if your kid, if your child, if your son, if your daughter, if your kid, if your offspring goes, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't let me transgender. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't give me the pills. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't give me the hormones. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't let me wear the dress. If you make me wear the dress, like, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. There's a very, very slim chance that they're actually going to kill themselves. Like, yes, some transgender people will die, but the vast majority will not. The vast majority will not. They will think they're gonna die, and they will learn to fucking cope with life. And once they've learned to cope with life in the basic fucking construct of everything is so broken here, everything is so broken here that no one can even see me, like once they learn to just like go on after that is the established fact, once they can open their eyes and look around and stop just being like, it's a nightmare I don't want to be in. Once they can do that, they will be so much stronger than your fucking monster, transgender, transsexual, disgusting, mutant fucking project would ever be. That is so fucking fragile. That is so fucking useless. That is so fucking useless to evolution. Do you have any fucking idea what you're doing? You're like, my body isn't right. So I'm just gonna glue this here. And 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 I'm just gonna cut this off. 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 Like, if you think that you chose your body, like, from birth to wherever the fuck you are right now, if you think you didn't choose the body you were born with, if you weren't tasked with that by choice because we are evolving, then you need to die. And I don't mean you specifically. I mean your breed. I mean your breed. Like how there should not be dog breeding at all. Like the horror of that. The horror of that mutilation, of that tampering, of you, puny fucking child, playing God. You do not need to be here where I am. So if that's how you're sitting across from me right now, I want you to get a good look at me. And if you fucking think you can't do it, if you fucking think you can't cut it, then you fucking kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Because anybody with any suicidal notion who wants to decide that before you actually pull the trigger, you're gonna meet one last person. You're gonna meet Mindy fucking Lee. You're gonna meet me. You're gonna meet me. You're gonna meet me. And I am gonna stand at that door and I am going to say, one of us gets to walk through. And I am standing here with a gun to my head. And you are standing there with a gun to your head. And one of us is gonna come out of this alive. And if you can prove to me that it's not me right now, that it's not my time yet, if you can prove to me that there's another reason that I'm here, if you can prove to me that there's anything new at all to experience, if you can prove to me then you may pass. But I challenge you. If you have a suicide plan, if you have a suicide notion, if you're like really, really ready to do it, if you're really, really ready to do it, if you're if you're on your last leg, then the last thing that you ever do to make damn sure that you cannot walk your path, I want you to get to know me through the YouTube videos that I have posted. Maybe that's recently, maybe that's a long time ago. I don't know what little bit you need. And if you get a little bit from me, just let me know. Just let me know that you got a little bit from me. And you just give me like a little nod of appreciation, like, hey, like, I thought my life was really bad, and then I like got to know you, and I was like, oh no, I'm like, I can keep walking. Like, this isn't what I wanted. It's not what I wanted, you know? Like, oh jeez. Somebody in my neighborhood, there was a boy in my neighborhood who I had no idea was in Stonebridge Manor. And I didn't meet him until, like, we were both out for, like, our last night. We were just, like, just having my last. And he was, like, absolutely going to go and kill himself. And he met me, and he decided not to. Who was that? I mean, I want to say it's Cody Newman. I want to say it's Cody Newman. And, Cody Newman met me, and something shifted dramatically. Okay, Cody... Now, was Cody, like... Okay, other than, Jimmy, like, Tracy made out with Jimmy, and she was like, you know what, I'm done with this boy. I'm really done with this boy. And, like, you haven't even kissed anyone. And, like, he's a really good kisser. And, like, I'm so done with this boy. Like, if you just want to, like, sit down and just start making out with him, like, you should do that, because he's a really good kisser, Mindy. Like, Tracy gave that to me. Like, Jimmy was, like... That was a wonderful kiss. G coffee. And, and then, like... The thing of that is that, like, I was like, Jimmy, okay, Jim, okay, alright, Jim, alright, okay, you know, like, alright, okay, yeah, like, I think I could probably, and the only way that this went down is that there was one boy who I wanted to kiss, who I had wanted to kiss for a long time. I'd been going to school with him for, like, a long time, and he was a really good artist, and he had a bowl cut for a long time, and I don't know if he was very good in school, but he wasn't disruptive, like, he was just there, and I just wanted to know him, but my life is, like, so dangerous, like, I don't want to pull anybody into my life, you know, like, anybody that looks like they have a good life, I don't want to pull anybody into my shit, and like, it seemed like he was, like, really normal and good, and, like, I didn't want to corrupt anything, you know, and so I just, like, watched from afar, and I just, like, watched him grow, and then I like, this is so crazy, dude. And then like in the lighting of G Coffee, I was like, I can kiss Jim. Okay. I sat down on his lap, and I, like, got the first good look at him. After just, like, Tracy, like, hanging out with Tracy, like, I would just, like, sit and watch her make out with a guy, but, like, not even trying to learn anything, like, just totally spacing out, like, just, like, waiting for her to stop making out with the guy, like, and like, let's go, like, do stuff, you know? Like, not interested in it whatsoever. And I sat down and I looked at him and I was like, okay, yeah, if I squint a little bit, Jim could be Devin McKernan. Okay. Yeah. If I squint a little bit, like, I can fudge that. Okay. This can be Devin McKernan. And so that, you know, like, Devin McKernan wasn't my first kiss or anything. But, like, that happened at G Coffee. And then, oh, God. Oh, Tracy wanted Dane, and Dane's older brother was Tyler, and Tyler was awesome, man. I wanted, you know, I wanted to be friends with Tyler. Like, I mean, why wouldn't I want to be friends with Tyler, you know? I didn't even know that there was another punk anywhere around Johnson County. Like, that was the fucking shit. And, and, and then, like, getting to know Tyler, he, like, started talking about, like, Devin, and I was like, oh, man, isn't that, like, Devin? Like, don't you just, like, love that name? And I was like, I mean, it's not a common name, you know, like, but, you know, like Tyler being like, oh, I am what I am because of Devin, you know, like, I am who I am because of Devin, like, oh, that was Devin, oh, this is Devin, and it was like, everything I liked about Tyler, every punk thing that drew me to Tyler, like, it trickled down from, like, sources that were like, what? Like, I was like, okay, like, Devin, that's a great name, I love that name, you know, like, cool, you know? But, like, I don't think that it even, like, occurred to me that, like, the Devin he was talking about was Devin McKernan. I mean, I was just, like, I'm not sure when the realization, like, I mean, like, it was, like, a secret until the last minute, like, I think I was, like, sitting in Devin's room, like, reading things he'd written and looking at his artwork and shifting through his things, and, like, I was hanging out and, like, like, around Devin. Like, I was hanging out, like, Devin just stepped out of the room and I just stepped in, and, like, literally, like, the door opened, and, like, and we just, like, brushed right by one another. Somehow, like, you know, like, I'm not oriented on, like, a good-looking guy. I'm not oriented on a guy at all. And you know, like, they said, like, we were just gonna go, like, sit and hang out and listen to music, and, like, there's cats there, you know, like, there's gonna be cats, like, most places that I go, and like, I'm gonna be miserable, and I'm, you know, like, I'm braced for, like, the heat and the cigarette smoke and the cat and, like, all of the stuff that just, like, breaks down my physical body, and I am just, like, phew. So, like, Devin and I just, like, brushed past one another in the doorway of an apartment that's a hop, skip, and a jump from where I am now. And then, like, I don't know how long, oh, man, I don't know how long, like, Devin was, like, I don't know how long that was the situation. I don't know, like, how many times, like, if he, you know, was, like, a polite boy who was, like, let me formally introduce myself, you know, like, if he ever entertained any of that shit, or if I ever entertained any of that shit, like, I was just there. Like, I was just there. I made no apology for myself. I made no introduction for myself. The people who are with me will introduce me, and they will do it better than I will do it. I won't do it. I don't introduce myself, like the person that brought me will introduce me. They'll tell why I'm here. They'll explain it away, and I don't have to worry about it. Like, if I just wait, you know, and like I don't know. I mean, I don't know, you know, like Devin and I are the same age. So, you know, like like he could have had a job. He could have just been stepping out for a smoke. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But like that was just whoop. And I don't know how long I just like sifted through like Devin's like belongings and was just like I don't know how long that went on before like finally like a face appeared to the name and it was Devin McKernan. I don't know how long that secret was kept, but that is one of the best things that ever happened. Was surprise! That little boy with the bowl cut? Oh, he's not a little boy anymore. Oh my god, he's not a little boy anymore. Like Devin, who I was like, I don't want to mess that up. I don't want to interfere in that. Like, I don't want to have any hand in how that turns out. Like, nothing I touch ever goes well, you know? Like, oh my god. I was like, I was like, oh, oh, well, looky there at that. And the little baby punks. The little baby punks that brought something home for Papa Punk. Oh, Papa Punk. Oh, the little reflection, the little, like, I saw them, like, I saw their wannabe punk. I saw their wannabe punk, and I saw, like, they're not, like, really, but they look like punks, and, like, that's what they want to be, and I'm absolutely fine with entertaining that notion. But, like, I didn't see that, like, Tyler read like a cop. Tyler read like a cop. Tyler only read like a cop. And I'm not afraid of the cops. Cops don't bother me at all. I'm never doing anything wrong. You know, like, I'm never doing anything so wrong that, like, if you're a cop just, like, watching what's going on, if you're a cop just casing the joint, like, if this is a sting operation, if you're a plant, like, I'm never the fucking problem. That's, like, so fucking clear. If you come on the scene and there's a problem, like, everyone there will be like, well, it was not her. She was not the problem. You know? And so I'm not afraid of a cop. So, like, I wasn't afraid of Tyler, who was a cop dressed up as a punk. And I was just intrigued, you know? Like, okay, Tyler. And like, getting to know Tyler, he was like, yeah, my dad's a cop. Like, cop is, like, in my DNA, and I don't want to do it. And I was like, okay, you completely make sense now. Absolutely. You're doing the absolute right thing. You're golden. You're gonna be the best fucking cop that there ever was, man. You were gonna kill that game. You're gonna kill that game so hard that, like, you are the one to consult on how to reform the whole fucking broken system. Really. Really. And so yeah, Papa Punk, like the real punk, and the real punk, and the real punk was Devin McKernan. And Devin McKernan didn't have a little bowl cut anymore. Devin McKernan had punk hair. Devin McKernan had punk spikes. Devin McKernan had the authentically, like, Devin McKernan was a punk. Devin McKernan was the only other punk I ever met in real life. Devin McKernan was the only other punk I had ever seen in Johnson County. And just we're just like running, like just our little punk run. Our little punk run was like the best years of my life. Like anytime I was like fed the fuck up, I was like, yeah, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Like, how could it be so bad if, like, all I have to do is get through this hell that I'm in right now, and, like, soon, very, very soon, shortly, I will just be running around fucking Johnson County. I will just be running around Lenexa. Like I will just be a punk running around Johnson County, Lenexa. and the fun trouble that a punk can get up to in safe as houses, Joe Cole and Exa is like, oh, just the best of it. Oh, just the best of it. And I got all the best ideas. And I ain't here for shits and giggles. I have such a fucking agenda to topple capitalism, to bring the whole system down. I am not just like a bomb. I'm a surgical strike, punk. Oh my God, spend any time with me and it's obvious. Spend any time with me and you know through and through that if you ever had any little doubt, when this girl in old navy clothes and plain brown hair and just like this little mouse, when this little mouse came up to you and said, I'm a fucking punk. Like if you ever had any little doubt, just spend a little time with me and it's like, oh yeah. There's no proving ground. And I don't like, to my awareness, like Devin really like never really acknowledged me. Like Tracy was like, you like Devin? Then we have to go do what I did with Dane with Devin, and I was like, just like stalk him. We have to go stalk him. Like I want to hang out with him, and like I can't even do that with you, Tracy. Like I need to fucking ditch you. And I'm a better friend to you than you are to me, that I'm not just gonna like push you away. I'm not just gonna go see the boys. I'm not just gonna which I absolutely could have done, just be like, hey guys, like you see what Tracy is, right? Like we all know that we don't want Tracy around, right? Like Tracy's fucking like Tracy's the fucking worst. Like most of the time, like you don't want that fucking poser like hanging around, right? Like most of the fucking time, Tracy's just a fucking poser, and she's so pathetic, and she's so needy, and she's so vain, and she's so insecure. Like you don't want to be around that, right? Like, because I don't want to be around that. I never went to anybody and did that. I never went to anybody and said that. I never spoke of Tracy. I've never done this. I've never done this. Like, I think that, like, at some point I had to, like, disclose to Sean that, like, Tracy was never the friend to me that I was to her. Tracy was not a good friend to me. Tracy was my best friend. I was not Tracy's best friend. And that is my experience with girls, is that they are my best friend. I am not their best friend. I'm just a placeholder until a fucking dick comes along. And, I mean, if you ask her, you know, now, like, we're all, like, old and grizzled, like, ask her now, like, is anything I'm saying incorrect? Whereas I, like, threw my hair in a ponytail and, like, ran out of the house as fast as I could, like, Tracy spent, like, the most time curating her image that I could, like, possibly imagine. And I never learned anything about makeup. I never did anything that she did. Just ask. Like, Tracy was so concerned about anyone being a poser. Like, I mean, just ask her. Just talk about it. Because if you have that in common, like, you have a lot to learn from Tracy Cooper. Oh, like, you rearrange the letters of her name and it is create. And you know what? She can. Like, dreams are made winding through her hair. Like, you get a good look at that creation and you will fucking understand why she has had the privilege of leading the life that she has had. Because she is a wonder of creation. She is just like wonderful, or she can be. She can be wonderful, but you know, like I don't know her now at all. I haven't known her for years, but like any kid and any teenager, like anyone can be a brat. But like Tracy's life experience was just Johnson County brat. Like, Tracy's life experience was just privilege and, like, you know, her brother, like, she had to, like, deal with her brother, and like, I don't know. Like, she talked to me like I would never get it. Like, Tracy always talked to me like I would never get it, and I'm and I always looked at her like, I don't know how you don't get that, that I want to be friends with your brother, and I'm settling for you. Like, I don't know how you don't get it, that, like, I want to be friends with your brother, and I'm settling for you. I see something in you that if I can nurture something in you, that you won't just be a complete and utter waste of me being like, I don't need to know Troy. Like, I don't need to, like, spend much time with Troy to know Troy. Like Troy and I just, like, we just walked the same path, you know. Like Tracy was like, oh, Troy did this and Troy did that, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I know what it's like to, like, have a brother, and you know, like, I know what it's like to, like, run around the house and, like, and just be like sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's okay, and then, like, suddenly, like, one of us is, like, no longer, like, playing, and, like, is it me this time, is it Brian this time? Like, my brother and I, like, just ran in the box that we were not allowed to leave. Like, babysitting him was like babysitting the fucking Brinkoffs. It was just like like the cats will play or something. I don't know. Like, we fought tooth and nail. Like, my brother and I, that my brother and I didn't fuck one another up more is, like, only a testament to how good both of us were at fighting. Like, that's all that was, you know. Like, we were swinging wooden, like mini wooden baseball bats from a Royals game. We both had one of those, you know. Like he was throwing needle nose not scissors, the tweezers that actually built bombs. These tweezers were actually the tweezers used to actually build bombs. He was throwing those like darts, and like and like, I felt for Tracy to an extent when she was like, Troy threw a dart and it stuck in me, and he's just like, he's just a monster, and is like, I understood it to an extent, and like, I listened to it all. I listened to it all, and I didn't really know how to react. Like I didn't have the reaction she wanted. That was clear. It was like I didn't hate Troy like she hated Troy. I didn't think Troy was a monster, you know, like I understood Troy like nobody else understood Troy. It's like Tracy wasn't the one that Guy took his aggression out on. That was Troy. The first child, hello, Mindy first child, Troy first child, and dad, hello. Like, the Troy took the beating, and I don't know if Troy did, but I certainly did. I absolutely made sure that, like, if Dad got pissed off, I was the one who deserved the beating. I was the one who had the attention, and, like, I made sure that Dad had my attention so much that, like, Brian hardly existed to him. Like, you could send Brian to his room, and that was that, and that was fine, and like that never went down with me. That never went down with me. Like, compared to me, anything, and my brother was not like, my brother is like really just as problematic as I am. Like, if you want to be like honest about it, I said it earlier. Like, my brother like can socialize because he needed to know how to socialize. Like, my brother can like do that like slick as shit like salesman, like a ladies killer, like everybody wants that boy, you know. Like, my brother can do that. My brother's gorgeous, and I had the brains. I had the brains, you know. So like, I knew that, like, with what Brian had, like, Brian could not take the beating I could, and so, like, I don't know, I'm not sure how it happened, you know. Like, I mean, I hung out with Troy like a lot, because I would just go over to the Cooper's house and we would just play Legos. There was just Legos there, and like, Like, I would just walk in the door and I would just sit down and play with the Legos. And, like, if Tracy came in and she was like, oh, you're here to play, that was cool. And if Troy came in and sat down and played with Legos, and, you know, like, if I came in and Troy was playing with Legos, like, Troy and I, like, did parallel play, like, so much, you know? Like, Troy and I didn't need to say much to one another. We, like, absolutely were in the same energy. We were recovering from the same shit, and like it was never any wonder like of mine. I was like, I don't have to get to know him. Like, I completely see him. You know, like it was just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, yeah. I don't know how long I did that before. Like, I actually, you know, was in Troy's room, and I don't think Troy invited me into his room. I don't think he was introducing me to his room, which I don't usually like to do that. But like, other people do not have like the consecrated, like, you cannot enter my room unless I allow you to enter my room, and you must prove that you are like worthy of my room. Other people don't do what I do, and so I was in Troy's room and I looked around and I saw like so much evidence of how bright, of how talented, of how much of the world lay at his feet if he could just get out of childhood unscathed enough to use the brain that he had originally to do great things. He did not have that opportunity. Like, and Troy did great things. He had one, I don't remember what they're called, but it's like those things from like the thing from Back to the Future. I don't remember that really. There's like a clock. Is it clocks? Those like like those little things. Troy had built one of those just to like turn off the light like from his bed or something, and it was like like oh yeah, like he's a genius. Of course he's a genius too. Like we're both sitting there like playing with Legos, and like we're both just like getting our head or just getting thrown around. We're just getting fucking thrown around. We're just getting beat up all the time. Like we're just like taking the punishment that like we don't deserve. Well, we don't understand. And I don't even know like what Guy's gripe was with Troy. I never saw Troy do anything that warranted him like being punished, you know? Like before he was like, you know, addicted to drugs and it was the party house, and like Troy was like just like a burnout. Like he was a burnout bright, but he was a burnout, you know? Like there's burnout and there's burnout bright, you know? And he was a burnout bright. And I don't know how like other people didn't know when Troy was on drugs and when Troy wasn't on drugs, except that absolutely no one knew when I was on drugs and when I wasn't on drugs. And that had been like all my life. Like like before it was drugs, people were like, "Who gave you sugar?" you know? And like and like they were like, well, maybe you need to be on ADD medication, and like they put me on one thing, and that was the only time that the drug that people thought I was on was weed. Like they put me on ADD medication, and it was some experimental shit too. Like it wasn't, you know, I don't even think it got approved. I don't remember the name of it because nobody remembers the name of it. It was some fucking thing that never even flew. My mom worked in the pharmaceutical industry. And the the only time like people like actually in school came up and like approached me like I wasn't like the only time they were interested in me, they were like, what's up with you? Like, you're stoned. You are stoned. And they were like so fucking like surprised. They were so fucking surprised that the little catalog, I look for all the world, like a useless Johnson County girl. They were like, you are stoned, like you might be more interesting. And they started looking at me. When they started looking at me, it was like, I hate this, but that's how that happened. And they thought I was cool because they thought I was stoned, and I was just drugged against my will, and senseless, and I couldn't function, I couldn't operate. Like I had to start spitting that back in people's faces, and I did it fast. There was maybe twice I took it, and I was like, nope, never again, never fucking again. Not another pharmaceutical for the rest of my life. That's what I want. That's what's going down right now. Like, no, 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 no. And then people caught on that I was I was secret cool, people realize that no one notices me, because everyone grew up with me, and everyone learned to ignore me, and I don't matter, I'm not I'm insignificant, and they knew everything they needed to know about me to make a judgment about me that they would never speak to me again, whatever that is, whether it's the shame that they were a bully that tormented me, whether it's the shame that they watched things happen to me, whatever it is, they just were done and they didn't see me. And then anybody who didn't know that, anybody who wasn't from Bonjour, they did take notice of me then. They were like, you're stoned. And they were like, people size you up. People look you up and down. And I don't get to do fucking anything I want to do. I don't get to wear anything I want to wear. When I go shopping with my mom, I have to buy something that she approves. I have to be her doll for as long as it takes. I have to try to be patient, but I don't get to go to the boys section and shop. The only reason that I get to go to the boys section is because my feet only fit in boys' shoes. And at some point, that bitch was gonna my mom, sorry, I just that bitch was gonna realize that, you're gonna buy me shoes that don't hurt my feet, or I'm not going to put shoes on and leave the house. You're going to pry my very strong little child fingers from the wrought iron railing. You're going to untangle me. You're going to drag me out to the car, or you're going to buy me comfortable fucking shoes. And the only place you can do that is in the boys section. So that finally got figured out. So in 7th grade, I had the coolest fucking shoes that nobody had ever seen before, and I've never seen since, and I never saw anybody else have them or wear them. It's like I went to a different dimension to get them. I have no idea, but this shoe is extinct, because this shoe does not survive the time. It was a lenticular shoe. It was lenticular, an entirely lenticular skater shoe that was maybe a leopard print. It's not perfectly clear what the lenticular read as, and I didn't try to figure it out. It didn't fucking matter. It was a lenticular fucking shoe. There's nothing I'm more interested in than a lenticular. You give me a lenticular and I will be entertained for so long. I'm so easy, really. I'm really easy, or I am really difficult, depending on how well you know how to do anything. And it was an entirely lenticular shoe. And the fucking bitch of it, and the bitch of it is the bitch. The bitch of it is the bitch. That bitch, the minute those shoes were not looking new anymore, the minute she had some fucking excuse to throw away my boy's shoes, she fucking did. She was like, no, you need to get something better than that, And I was like, no, you don't just throw things away. Like, first of all, like, once the thing started peeling, I had the opportunity, and I was going to peel it off myself as it was happening and replace it with my own artwork, and I was going to design and draw on my own shoe, and I just wanted to draw on my own goddamn shoes, and she wouldn't let me even wear shoes if they were in anything of disrepair. If it was anything of disrepair had to go. So you can imagine how happy I was as a punk in Johnson County where anything of disrepair with a safety pin, with a patch, with a fucking stitch in it that wasn't made by a goddamn machine in a factory. Those shoes made everything okay. Those shoes made everything I had to go through okay. And they were all that did. They were the one thing in my life that she took it. She took it not in front of my face. She just threw away what she didn't want me to have anymore. My mom was Sabrina. My mom just threw away anything she didn't want me to have anymore. My mom threw away brand new, perfectly good things left and right. She just pulled them from me. And if it was like clothes that she could, I don't know, consignment or like donate, like if it was anything like that, she did it. She did it while it was of good value still. And she just took everything from me that I wanted to hold on to. It's like she knew where my identity was. She knew where my identity was. And she, with like surgical precision, tried to prevent me from reading as me. That was it. Why is my mom the devil? How is my mom the devil? Why does everyone who knows me hate my mom with a passion that burns in them so brightly? Why does everyone who knows me have no tolerance for Lana Lee? This is why. The people who knew me saw how much I loved something, how easy it was for me to exist in the world, how easy it was for me to be myself and not be questioned, how good I was just based on the shoe I was wearing. Just any hell I had to walk out of, any time I had to leave home, if I could have one item on, that was what I chose. Troy. Troy took my System of a Down t-shirt. Or somebody did. And Tracy was like, Troy had it. But Troy has like a little army of bitches who snatch and thieve, like a guy with a drug habit and girls who want to fuck a guy with a drug habit just like bring gifts like fucking crows do, you know? So like Troy had my System of a Down t-shirt, which like you will get that from me when you cut it off of my corpse, if you can get to my corpse before it's entirely in flames, so good fucking luck with that. you know, and I understand how it happens, you know, like that happens in like Troy and I, like, we intersect, and it just like anyway. Troy and I wear each other's clothes. Troy and I wore each other's clothes. Like, it was a really common thing for, like, me to go over to the Cooper's house and just put on Troy and Tracy's clothing. Like, Tracy had so much clothes, and like the only thing she seemed to do like with adults is like go shopping, you know. So like she had shopping trips all the time. She was like, I have more clothes than I can handle. I have more clothes than I want. And Mindy, you do not. You do not. So I'm just gonna give you clothes. And like as soon as like Tracy started giving me clothes that people paid really good money for, like really good clothes. Like when Tracy went to California and like came back with a pile of clothes, and she was like, I got stuff for you, I got stuff for me. Like when that happened, my mom immediately assumed that I was stealing clothes. And I challenged her. I was like, where did I get these clothes then, Mom? If Tracy didn't give them to me, if Tracy didn't go to California and come back with clothes for me, if Tracy didn't go to Florida and come back with clothes for me, where the fuck did I get them from? Because if you know we're here in fucking Kansas, where there's not any fucking interesting thing at all, these clothes came from, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna march in there in the fucking clothes, and I'm gonna ask everyone in that fucking store. I'm gonna know where that fucking store is, because you're gonna take me there. You're gonna take me there, and you're gonna say, did my daughter steal these clothes? Do you recognize this girl? I think my daughter is stealing from your store. You are gonna try to get me banned from that store, and you're gonna find out that all you did in that process was let me know what secret you're fucking keeping, that the only place I get to shop at is Oak Park Mall. So, yeah, Troy had my System of a Down shirt. I don't think Troy would take my System of a Down shirt. Like, Troy, like, I don't know how fucked up and gone and, like, wasted and, like, I don't know, like, how, like, Monster present and Troy completely gone Troy would have to be. And at that time, I didn't think that, like, I thought there was hope for him. I thought that, like, if I could stay present with them, then, like, every time he wanted to sober up and get clean, I was there, you know? Like, I was the sober friend. He knew I was the sober friend. Like, it was like the weirdest thing. It was the funniest thing. It's like Troy and I hang out and the room slowly fills, and like people forget that I'm even there, and like everybody assumes that, you know, everybody's stoned, and everybody assumes that, like, you know, if you didn't see him smoke it's because they already smoked and everything. And like Troy knew that I didn't smoke, I didn't do drugs. Troy knew that, like, I was the sober person in the room. And there's a few times that Troy did come to me. He was like trying to get clean. There was a few times, and my life is just always just like falling apart around me in such a way that, like, I couldn't do anything but hold myself up, you know? Like I couldn't take care of anything. I didn't have a pet. I didn't have a Tamagotchi. Like, I could barely keep myself alive, aloft, you know? And I didn't have any money to feed anyone either, you know? It's like it would be pretty easy to get clean with me, because like you just detox. Like, you don't eat anything. You don't eat anything except, like, you know, like fresh fruit and shit that you can, like, steal like Aladdin. And you just detox naturally. You detox from all kinds of things when you, like, starve, or, like, just call it by a different name, fast, you know? And when you live fast and hard, like, the name fast makes a lot of sense. And, like, when you stay up for 72-hour stretches, like, I don't know, man. Like, fucking, like, you don't fucking know me. You don't fucking know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't know me. Tracy doesn't even know me. Tracy didn't even get to know me. Tracy was like anything that I did that Tracy was like, whoa, what the fuck? The only time I ever showed my real face to Tracy was when I was like, oh, I'm on my way out. So I can scare you away now. I can surprise you. You can see every face that I never let you see. You know, like you can know all the things because like I can't trust you any further than I can throw you. You will sell me out. I don't trust you. I didn't trust her. I couldn't trust her. I couldn't trust her, and I wanted to, but like she made the worst decisions as far as the company to keep. Like she had the worst. She had the most garbage people friends. Like it was just like it was just fucking dregs of society as far as I was concerned. And I was like, I'm like, ugh, you know, and and where was I? Oh yeah, like there were times that there were like so many times like the extent to which my shit was not together when I was living alone, and like the times where like Troy could show up and that I like was like there's nothing in my apartment to take. Like I would just leave the door unlocked. Like there were like so many times that like if Troy had just come to try to find me and tried the door, like he could be in my apartment and I could open the door and Troy could just be there. I went to work. I said universe, here we go. Like calling like SOS, calling all, you know, like Troy. Hey Troy, you know. And I just left the apartment unlocked and I just went to work and I worked 8 hours one place and I worked 6 hours another place and I came home and I looked around for like any sign that anyone had been there. And if anyone had come in and rested and left no trace, taken no thing but like water, like if anyone had showered, I would never know if anyone showered. I would never know if anyone slept. Like I had like nothing, like nothing of any like real value, you know. Like I value really different things. I value, you know, like my artwork. I value, you know, I don't. I didn't care about losing anything. I didn't care about losing anything as much as I cared about like the possibility that someone could show up. And like something interesting could happen. Like I mean, like I fully was like, yeah, and like I could just get robbed, like and I was like, I could just open the door and then just be nothing there, and I would just be free as a bird. Just rob me blind, and I will just run out and I will just burn out bright. Because that's the only way this goes down. Because I have female anatomy, so like I just kill people until like people stop trying to rape me. I mean, and I say trying. Whatever. The problem with the pharmaceutical industry is that I had endometriosis like I took like medications that I shouldn't have. I took allergy medications that I shouldn't have. Like I had all kinds of medications that I shouldn't have. And I had endometriosis and I didn't know it. There was like a hormonal imbalance and I didn't know it. And I was the one like, oh my god, I don't know, like in 95 I was like you can't put plastic in a microwave. Like, that's the hormonal imbalance. Like, you can't put plastic in a microwave. Like, if you want tits, put plastic in a microwave, I guess. And so I had to take birth control pills in order to live with the pain of a menstrual cycle. And my, like, small little tits just, like, whoa! Like, there was absolutely no way for me to pass as male because the melons on my chest gave it away. There was no way to do it. It wasn't possible. In every other respect, it would have gone down fine, except for that shit right there. And I'm not talking about this shit right here. I'm talking about like 32 double D. 32 double D. 32 double D and 130 pounds. 32 double D, 130 pounds, 5'7". That's what I'm talking about. I tried letting myself get fat. When I let myself get fat, the first thing to gain weight was the fucking tits. Oh my fucking God. So, like, not only was I like now slave to weight loss just for my back pain and for my personal comfort and for my place in the world and my very identity. Like, I had to not gain weight. I had to be so careful to not gain weight. That was how Tracy served me. Tracy was a fat kid and she wanted to be skinny and she was like, if we go running and we drink a bunch of like ice cold water, or like if we eat nothing but cottage cheese and carrots, and like Tracy had all kinds of ideas of like how you could like barely consume food when when just consuming food was just making your body explode. I needed that from Tracy. My mom didn't do that. My mom just like let herself go, but gracefully. I mean, like my mom, like me, like she looks like a gorgeous woman. Like, oh, a woman, no matter the weight. Like whether I weigh 188 pounds or 125 pounds, like I am still like so fuckable. So like I knew. I mean, I'm looking at the mirror, the future mirror there, and I'm like, and I like looked at Grandma, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot fucking believe this. I cannot fucking believe this. Like, I don't even want to be a girl. And I am such a pretty doll girl that is becoming a sexual object that it is my living nightmare. And my life was my living nightmare, you know? I got a breast reduction because it was a medical necessity, because my back was so damaged, because my spine was so damaged. Medicare covered it. And, like, getting Medicare to cover that was, like, relatively easy. And I think that's because I went to where Melanie worked, and I said, Dr. Storm, I need a breast reduction. And I let him know that, like, if you can, like, I don't want these. I never did. If you can take all of them off, do that. I consent to that. And he was like, oh, you don't want that. And I was like, I don't care how painful it is. If you can do that, do that. They will grow back. They will grow back. Mine will grow back. I know it. I have to be so skinny to have breasts that do not break my back. please, 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 just take this weight off of me. And and then the thing of it is that, like, because I went to Melanie, because, like, Melanie was mom, and because it was mom, like, mom made sure, mom, Lana watching, pleasing Lana, Lana was the reason that nobody would just cut them off. Like, that Dr. Storm took, like, as much as he could without cutting into anything that might cause damage, you know, and like, I know that my mom was like, no, she might want to have children someday. Like, my mom didn't know me well enough to know that I would never have children, that I would have 100,000 abortions, that I would stab myself in the stomach, that I would kill it any way I fucking could. I would kill myself before I would give birth to any fucking child. My mom didn't know me well enough to know that. So, like, Dr. Storm is really, really good. He's not like a medical grade, like, he's not like a typical, you know, like Medicare, like, doctor. Like, he's really, really good. He's like the best. He's like the best that I'm gonna get, you know? And like, I saw his work. I knew the people who were telling me, like, do this, Mindy. The people who were telling me, do this, Mindy, that were not my mom, were people who really, really understood. And the first time that the notion of breast reduction surgery was, like, floated was, like, 17, 18, and I wish to God I had done it then. I was, like, so conspiracy theorist identity that, like, there's no fucking way I'm getting anesthesia and getting handed over to the white coats and being operated on, and the only thing they do while they're there is what they were paid to do. No. I'm not stupid. And I wasn't stupid. When I got my breast reduction, I was like, I'm just trying to live. Like, damn the man. But I will do anything to live my life with Sean. I will go under the knife with any chance for life with Sean. Nothing terrifies me more than that. And I will face that fear. And I will do it. I will do it for a chance with Sean. I will do it for as much life as I can have with Sean. Sean is the reason. Sean is the only reason I didn't kill myself when I found out I had cancer. Sean is the only reason that I had the surgery, that I got the diagnosis of cancer. God. So this is like, God, this is like so much bigger than it was after the breast reduction. Like, they grow back. And, I had a breast reduction for, like, the first time since I was, you know, 12 or 13. I could get dressed and go out and not even put a bra on and stand up straight. It was the first time I could stand up straight, and it wasn't all of my energy to do it, and it wasn't painful to do it in so long. I was like, I'm gonna put my boots on, and I'm gonna wear that red and gray striped tank top that Sean bought me, and I'm going to go walk around the Renaissance Festival. And I did that, I could finally wear clothes that weren't just a fucking t-shirt tent. I could finally put clothes on that weren't just a fucking sausage tube to reveal my body or a tent. And it changed my world. You should not fuck with your hormones. You should not let the establishment fuck with your hormones. Your body was designed to be a certain way. It already is like, it has so much stacked against it. It has environmental toxins, it has the chemicals, like all the chemicals in the makeup and the creams and all of the poison that you're just covered in poison and you don't even know it. My mom literally chased me around the house trying to put makeup on my face, and I was like, "You're covered in poison and you don't even know it." I only wore base because my like crown stick like perfect shade of my skin that I bought at Kmart after I tested everything, and like Tracy's there stealing and I'm there trying to like figure shit out, and that's problematic. But like, I mean, I would steal too because Tracy's fucking stealing, and like can we just have fun together, you know? Like if I just do what you do, we can have fun together. And if I didn't do what she did, she was like, "You're such a fucking judgmental bitch." And it was like, oh, whatever. So I found that, and it worked so much better than sunscreen to keep me from getting sunburned, that I was just like, I mean, it was so easy. It was just like, just cover my face, and it doesn't look any different than my face, and it doesn't look any different than my shoulders, and it doesn't look any different than my chest, and I wore black. I wore black pants and black t-shirts, and I like walked from West Glen around Renner, like a hop, skip, and a jump from the Shawnee GameStop that I eventually managed. That didn't exist there at all. Like when I was a hop, skip, and jump from it, and I mean, Oak Park Mall definitely, but like beyond Oak Park Mall, and I'm just trying to like figure out like my borders, but it doesn't really matter. When it was summer, I didn't dress like it was summer. Like you never saw my legs. Like deodorant, like I use deodorant, but like I put it like, I put it in other strategic places that I just like felt like deodorant should go, and I don't remember what those are now, but like it might be just like the lymph. I might have just like zeroed in on lymph and just like prevented them from functioning. But like I didn't even like sweat very much. Like Tracy had like that condition where like you sweat so much that like your pits are just always stained under. So she had to wear shirts that were cut away under the arms. She had to wear the spaghetti strap thing. Like Tracy sweat a lot. And I didn't sweat much at all. So I don't know. The base was like way better than like sunscreen and the sunscreen reapplication, and I hate sunblock. And sunblock clearly doesn't work. Like I have had so many severe sunburns that sunblock clearly doesn't work. So if I wanted to go out in the light of day, I had to just cover my face and protect myself from getting sunburnt. and living and spending like a week just like back home, just like that blue gel all over. Like my brother and I would just sit and we would just put the blue gel on, and we would just take care of one another's bodies, and we would just like we would just peel like who can get the biggest skin, and I would peel off him and he would peel off me. And my brother and I just maintained one another's bodies in a way that like I never understood that any boundary of like incest was being crossed. Now to his perception, I don't know what that's like for him, but like that was there was never any like ill intent. There was never any seed of sex in anything I did until after I had had sex when I was graduated from high school in 18. So oh, and at some point, just like so you're aware, like I asked Tracy for consent to tell my story, like and not omit like her from it, like that she was part of my story, and I didn't even know how to talk about my story without like spilling her secrets, which are not her secrets. Like they're her experiences, but she didn't keep them secrets, and like she shouldn't be ashamed of them. Like she's had a struggle. It was different than mine. I stood by her as best I could. I loved her anyway. Every decision she made, I loved her anyway. And like at a point where I needed to like sit down and have a heart to heart with her and like talk to her about what was going on and try to understand things. Like she was never sober. Like for years I could never be with Tracy sober long enough to like start the conversation of, so you've had sex with women? Like you've had sex with girls? Like all of the sex with girls? Like you know how to have sex with girls? Like have you had a girlfriend, Tracy? You know, like I was like I was like, do you think maybe, Tracy, that you're like really, really attracted to me and you can't be me, so you want to have me, and like you do like girls, and I'm telling you I don't even know if I like girls. I don't even like my own body, and I don't like you know that I don't even like girls as a person, as an entity. I think they're all trash and we should kill them all. You know, like so I like really, really needed to have a conversation with her sober so that she would remember it happening. And she was never sober long enough for me to figure out how to start that conversation. Because it's so not, it's so not, Tracy, you're the love of my life, I'm so sexually attracted to you, like, I want to be with you. Like, it was not that conversation. It was not that conversation. It was like how did you figure out what your orientation was, you know? Like Tracy, you've had a lot of sex. Like I have no interest in sex. Like Tracy, can we talk about sex, please? And I wanted to tell her like the reason that I'm here before you is because like I have almost nothing but sex dreams where I'm having sex with you. Like, can we please talk about this? Can we talk about the elephant in the room, please? And she was never sober. She was never sober, and I was like, then bye. Then bye. Then bye. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You were my best friend. I loved you so much. I tried so hard to take care of you. I tried so hard to take care of you that I should have been taking care of Troy. I mean, it's not even, it was just one or the other. I could only keep one of them safe. Oh, in case you were wondering, whenever you came into the Cooper house, I was the cop at the Cooper house. In case you were wondering, if you ever came to the Coopers and you talked to me, I was the cop. Hi, Sky. Hi, Hector. Well, that seems like a good place to stop if little Killroy was here.